counting faces, spinning faces, I've been so many places. I was broken out of place, thinking no invitation. Could afford to never make it, this is my innovation. More real, we taking over, this an invasion. More real, we taking over, this an invitation. More real, we taking over, this an invasion. More real, we taking.
What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 23, Be Yourself, which for me is something that I perfected because I cannot walk this earth and not be myself. I don't know how other people do it. That's kind of why I wanted to do an episode on it, is to ask how you do it and why you do it, and also why you should do it. So again, guys, welcome to episode 23, Be Yourself, Rise to Elevate podcast. We are growing. Things are just starting to get more spicier. I can't, it's beautiful. Like, I look back at all my videos I've done so far, being at episode 23 and interview 2, it's manifesting at its finest. Like, I wake up every day and I plot down what I want to do in my life and the lives I want to change and, you know, the audience I want to reach, and it works. Like, every single thing. Like, it may not have the views I want, but it's still like I can go out to my public area and still be known for that dude who's trying to make an impact on the world, which is my whole objective. Because before, if you know me, you know, I wasn't living the greatest lifestyle, and that's why I had to make that change for myself. And still to this day, I'm still improving and trying to teach other people you don't have to live the same life that you lived 6 years ago. So again, welcome to episode 23, Be Yourself, Rise to Elevate podcast. My name is Marco Seabrook, if you don't know by now. Thank you guys for even staying tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. My subscribers have been blowing up, and it's crazy because I asked for people to subscribe and stuff like that, but it's been real loyal people and dedicated people that want to learn how to grow and rise to elevate to the next level. So again, let's go over how I've been. I've been great. I suggest everybody that watches my video to find somebody. It doesn't have to be family or, you know, friends, just anybody, and let them know how you're feeling, because when you let it out, you let yourself know. It's like a friendly reminder of how you're doing and what you can do to get better and what is holding you down to get better. So I've been great. You know, I've just been growing. I've been having some failures, but that's part of life, and you know, I live for that. Like, I love being able to know I failed, because then there's room for improvement, and that's something that a lot of people can't, you know, say they do. So that's why I wanted to do my topic on Be Yourself, because I've always been myself in the way of, like, if I fail, I don't look at the next person to be like, hey, what can I do to, you know, fix this? It's like, you know, you have to come out of your pocket to be yourself and step out of your comfort zone to be able to achieve the goals you want. Or even just the daily feng shui things of life. So it's kind of crazy, because I never thought I would be making it to where I'm at now, and then the goals that I got established, and the OCD that has been developed just from doing YouTube, because there was a point in my time in my life where I never wanted to even talk to people. It sounds weird, right? But I never really wanted to talk to people. I was always going to try to stay in my own lane and do what I have to do, and be myself. But I felt like there was something always missing about that. So I just reached into my own heart and finally got the initiative to make the change, and I did. And that's where I started. And it's honestly made me become more authentic and more genuine of myself, because I didn't know I had this in me, and I did for a while. Like, not like trying to sound conceited or anything, but I did feel like there was always a special moment in my life that I was going to blow, or like teach other people how to do the things that other people don't know how to do. But I never thought it was going to be like this, and it's so surreal, and it's crazy. It's an addiction, honestly, because like I've been so hungry to make that change, and now I'm just like, I can't stop. I go to my family events, shout out to my beautiful family, and like I can't stop talking about it. It's my life. Like, that's what I do now, and I'm a rise elevator. Sounds funny, but it's true. So yeah, we'll just go over how I've been. Like I said, I've been great. And the future is bright for anybody that's been following me, and just for any, you know, human that walks this earth, because I feel like there's starting to become a lot more people that want to make the change instead of sitting around just working a 9 to 5. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to down anybody or downplay anybody for doing that, but it's just still there's some people that don't know that we're being, you know, manipulated, if that's the right word. Like we're not living the life that we should be set in stone for us, and it's sad, you know. So we'll escalate to my interviews. My interviews have been going great. Shout out to DJ D Wills, and shout out to Basic. Dude, we killed it. Like, that's 2 back-to-back already, and they're already legendary interviews, because they're both big people around here, and they got good heart. They care for the people that they just surround themselves with. They also care for the community, which is a big plus, and to me that's a big plus too, because I can't surround myself with people that don't care for other people or have a genuine heart for the crowd and followers, and even people that are trying to become leaders, because sometimes we don't want to be a leader, but you are a leader. All of us are leaders. We just have to tap into that leadership ability to be able to do that role. So I wanted to go over next my merch. I have some shirts in the works right now. I'm excited because I've been waiting for about 2 months for this to finally be, like, you know, happening. But it's gonna take time. I don't want to say that much about it, because you know, I'm all about prepping and not giving away my formula, like the SpongeBob episode with Plankton. But it's like more of a, I don't want to ruin it. Like, I don't want something to happen and y'all don't see it and then be like, what happened, you know? But I just won't stop saying it, because I manifest everything, and I'm going to keep manifesting it, even if there's failure as part of it. So just be on the lookout for that. I know y'all, if you're in Charleston right now, I know y'all see my Rise to Elevate stickers. I post them things everywhere. I got them at all gas stations. If you want some, give me a shout. I've been buying like 100 or 200 of them, so my next one I'm probably going to get the same amount. But I also want to have my merch out by then, so I can actually start selling my t-shirts and beanies, dad hats, socks, all that stuff. So just being patient though, staying in my lane, trying to grow as a human. I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, but I will say I am myself, and I am my authentic self, and that's something I can look in front of the camera, and even if you see me in person, you can say, dang, that dude really is not afraid to be himself, because I wake up every day of the mindset of how can you be yourself and live in the world that you live in and nobody's being themselves. So I just try to shine. I try to, like, be that, like, that dude, you know, and I already am though. Like, I literally cannot be anybody else but myself. I don't know how people wake up and put on a facade for people to make themselves look like they're such either a hood person, or, you know, not necessarily hood, but just like gangster, or you know, I could go on and on, like just different things of just being that dude, or like, you know, just that life. Like, I don't know how people do it. And I'll even go from, you know, just being like church or something. Like, I don't know how people can put on that facade of being a Christian and stuff like that, and, you know, they're over here living the lifestyle of a gangster. So it's crazy to me how people don't know how to be themselves, and that's what these episodes are for. And I'm not afraid to look and create controversy, because we need to talk about this stuff. Like, this is stuff we should be talking about, especially us adults who sit every day on their phones mainly and critique other people. So it's crazy to me. Like, we just have to learn how to shift all that energy to self and know who you really are, and not feel like embarrassed because you have a funny laugh, or be embarrassed because, you know, you think, and this anime is cool and not baseball. So, you know, it's pretty crazy. It's like a big mind game that, like, it's never gonna win. Nobody's ever gonna win, because we're all worried about, you know, what the next person thinks, or how we think about ourselves. And you just have to learn that you are who your name is, and not necessarily name, because there's sometimes your name's not like what it is, if that makes sense, but you are who you are and what you think you are, and the only way to really know that you're happy and that you're genuinely yourself is when you wake up and you don't have to, you know, lie to someone or have to fit in with that crowd or wear certain clothes that makes you look like you're, you know what I mean? So it's crazy to me. That's why I had to talk about this, because if you followed me for the last I want to say 5 months doing my YouTube channel, I've always put at the end of my videos, be yourself. And I ask other people, like, can you be yourself? Like, that is my genuine hook line or my question that I ask everybody that I know, because a lot of times we put on this fake facade just so that we can get views or followers or money, and it just doesn't work like that. We can't do that. We have to set a good example for the kids and the upcoming youth that are gonna replace us, because like I said, it's just a never-ending thing of catch up for the generations, because we're moving so fast and the world is starting to get more developed. So it's hard, you know, and it's why I'm here, man. I'm just excited because I'm finally feeling the groove and not rushing it. And I don't know if y'all can tell already, like, I'm more calm. You know, I've been trying to study my videos, and I've noticed that in the beginning of my videos I just go fla 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 fla, but that's because I didn't know how to control it. Now I know how to control it. I'm trying to use my words more precisely. And that last episode taught me a lot, because I actually had to cut out a lot of it because I didn't want to stir up anybody to look at me kind of weirdly because of my opinion, which that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not God, I'm not, you know, this big dude, so I can't say, I don't, that's not my say. And I respect the women, so it's, you know, that's just fair game overall. But, you know, I just wanted to go over about yourself, talking about yourself, being yourself, just for a brief moment, like 2 minutes or so. But let's go over to question of the week. Question of the week is, how can you grow if you can't be yourself? Just think about that. How can you grow if you can't be yourself? And the I'll give you my answer. You can't. You really cannot grow if you cannot be yourself. If you every single day wake up out of your bed and get on your phone and go to your favorite rapper and see what he does, right? You get out of your bed, you go hang out with your friends. You start to put on the rap music or whatever music you listen to, and you live that lifestyle. Is that being yourself? Or is that living a facade life that you think you're living? You know, it sounds so, like, it sounds so easy and plain, or like not even true, but it is true. Like, there's people every day that wake up and they see the book they read or multiple different things, their family members, and go like, I want to be like that person. That's not being yourself. Like, you as a person have your own traits. If you play I just started playing Elder Rings and stuff like that, and I've noticed, been relating stuff from there to life, but for all my people that game. But if you pick a character in a game like Elden Rings, your character has certain traits. Like, not everybody, not all those characters do the same thing and have the same attributes and same abilities and all that stuff. Like, we as a person have our own character traits and personality, so you have to find it. Nobody else is going to be able to tell you who you are but yourself. And once you finally figure out who you are as a person, your whole life will change, and like, you, in the blink of an eye, like, you'll just be like, wow, I know who I am now. And you will never look up to anybody like that again. You'll just be a flying missile, like, you're rising to elevate, literally. Like, oh man, it's happened to me. I used to always look up, and I'll say my biggest person, like, my biggest person who I'm meeting on August 11th is Wiz Khalifa. Like, I always looked up to him, you know, and I don't mean to bring weed in this and marijuana into this, but it was like, I would see him on a music video and think to myself, wow, I want to smoke. Like, I gotta smoke like him. I gotta do it, you know? Boom, 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 boom. And you see Snoop Dogg, like, you see all these rappers you like, and I always wanted to do that, but I've learned that's not who I am. Like, don't get me wrong, I love marijuana to death, but it's like, you as a person have to find out who you are. And for me, I found my purpose, which is I want to make a change on the world. I want to make a change on the youth. I want to make a change on the older people, you know, the younger generation, the older generation, mid-generation, like everybody. That's what I wake up and I want to be known for if I die. Don't get me wrong, if you know me as a person, you know, I play games, I ball and all that stuff, so, you know, I'd love that too, but it's like, I literally, this is my life. Like, I do this, you know, I wake up every day with the knowledge of trying to make an impact on people and change the minds of like-minded people as me. So, again, I'll go over the question of the week one more time just so that you kind of caught on to what I was trying to say. How can you grow if you can't be yourself? So just go over that. If y'all have any questions or you have any answers relating to the question of the week, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. I'm excited for feedback. I love any type of feedback. So again, the topic is be yourself. If you haven't known, or if you don't know by now, I couldn't stress it enough, but be yourself, guys. Seriously, stop letting other people dictate your life, because you're in control of your own life, nobody else. So the first bullet point that I wanted to do for be yourself is to learn it's okay to be yourself. In order to learn to be yourself, you have to first surround yourself with other people who aren't trying to be somebody else, you know? And that's pretty self-explanatory. All my topics are. But you as a person have to elaborate the bullet points that I'm saying and the topics I'm choosing, because we all interpret these things in a different manner. So I could think one way and you could think that way. It's just up to you to be able to meet it, to have it all meet at one. So to learn it's okay to be yourself, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of sacrifice, it takes a lot of understanding, you know, understanding that you're not perfect, you know, and you're not who you may think you are, especially when you have a reality check. I can't even tell you my reality check story. Like, I've had so many situations to where I was like trying to figure out who I was, and you know, we all deal with that, especially in middle school and high school. Like, we are going to leave our house Monday through Friday to this school, and to find out, like, it's just crazy if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, we stayed in elementary school, middle school, and high school. We were in school Monday through Friday for basically 9 out of 12 months of a year. So we literally found ourselves and found our identities while we were in school, and it depended on what area of the school you were in. Like, you could be in, there's a place called Givans where I live. Like, it was the alternative school for kids who got in trouble and stuff like that, or just didn't focus in school. And then there's Pinewood. You know, you got preppy school, or I don't mean to say preppy, but just more, you know, pre-K to 12th grade compared to just having, you know, divided grades. It's just crazy. It's a big jump, and then you go from Mount Pleasant. So I can only, if you're from Charleston, you know what I'm saying, but I can only imagine, you know, not knowing who you are and going to these schools. I went to 3 different high schools. I went to Somerville, Stratford, and Wando. And you talk about reality check. I wore 3 different sets of outfits at 3 different schools. Somerville, I was like this wannabe dude who just wore like Jordans and stuff like that, and then I moved to Wando and I'm starting to wear Wallabies and Sperry's and, you know, Chubbs and Polos and all that. So I'm just giving you an example, like, you don't know who you are at a young age, so it's just like you want to make sure you, at a certain age of your life, like 18, 19 in my opinion, you find out who you really are. You give yourself that reality check. You give yourself the chance to be able to make failures to grow. Because if not, you're not going to grow. Excuse me. You're not going to grow. So it's going to be like, it's going to be a head slap, you know? And that's why a lot of us still don't know who we are at, you know. I'm just talking in particular to people my age. But still, there's people up to the 30s, 40s that don't even know who they are yet. They do not. They know their name, but they do not know who they are. They don't know their purpose of living. They don't know the purpose of even breathing. Like, they just think that they're here to work a 9 to 5 and that's it. Like, no, that's not our purpose, guys. Like I can't stress this enough. Stop living for someone else's dream and work for yourself. Like, you know, it's scary. Like, I don't know how people are doing it. Like, and we're just all functioning fine. Like, and it's just crazy to me. So, yeah, the first bullet point is pretty important. I love that one. But we'll go over the second one, which is you won't love yourself anymore. And yes, I just said that. You won't love yourself anymore. After maybe a couple years, you'll start downgrading yourself. You'll start humiliating yourself in front of other people. And they're looking at you like, why are you doing that to yourself? That's not you. That's not you. So therefore, you're not being yourself. You tend to just shift into somebody else's thing, or this like imaginary facade that you have in your head that you're this person, but you're not. Like, you got other people looking at you, especially if you're in a relationship and over time you date somebody who y'all been together for 4 years and you just go do some foul action that's like, that's not you. Where did you pick that up from? The music you listening to? The games you're playing? You know, like all these different things, the people you surround yourself with every night, you know, your addictions. So it's just crazy because you end up downgrading yourself and you end up not loving yourself or caring for yourself or even caring for your family, because at the end of the day, you know, that's who really knows who you are. No matter what, like, they can tell you that they act like they don't, but if you were to like get put in a situation and like a trivia or something and they're like, hey, what's this person, this and that, they know you. They know you since the jump. They know you more than you know yourself. Your parents know you more than you know yourself. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, they will be the ones to say that you're not being yourself more than anybody, because you know, they raised you, they goo gaga'd you. So it's important. I've learned the hard way that, you know, you won't be able to look at yourself in the mirror anymore like that. Like, you'll just be so ashamed, or like you just can't look at yourself, and it's scary. That's why I had to pick this topic. Like, I was gonna have my brother on my episode this week, but I was like, I'm actually kind of glad I got on this one myself, because I needed a little redemption from last week, and actually be able to spit some knowledge at y'all. So it felt good to be able to be by myself and be myself and do what I have to do this, you know? Because I could easily just be relying on other people to hop on here and talk with me and stuff like that. I love having company, don't get me wrong, but it's still like, when I'm by myself, I am myself. I do this, like, I can function like a human and be myself. Like, it's the craziest feeling. So I've learned how to love myself, if that makes sense. And I'm loving myself now because I finally feel a lot more comfortable doing what I do, and finally found out who I am as a person. Like my cat, like, going crazy. Come on, what? This is Kiwi, if y'all haven't met her. It's my cute little cat. Come on, you gotta go. Sorry. Yeah, so she's probably gonna scream out the door for a minute, but we're gonna ignore that, alright? We got a bigger mission to focus on. So we're going to go over the third bullet point, which is learn more about yourself and your surroundings. So once you learn to be yourself and you surround yourself with good people, you surround your mind, your thoughts with positivity, you'll learn to become more of yourself instead of depending on other people to show you how to be yourself and the ways of even functioning in life. Because once you learn to be yourself, you'll be able to eat better, you'll be able to breathe better, you'll be able to like function on a normal basis, compared to you're downing yourself with these negative thoughts, or like, I have to do this, or what if I don't have this to match this? And you know, you're just draining your energy, never ending. It's like you're like a slug and it's just moving, and you're thinking that you're living life, but you're not. And the whole time you're just living this dream of nothing, like, you know. And you get to the age of where it's like, dang, why did I do this? And then that's when regret starts. So I can go on and on about, you know, why it's important to learn about yourself and your surroundings, because if you don't, you know, nobody will. And that's when it gets scary in your life, because, you know, you just don't know who you are. And I can't imagine going through life like doing that, because it's scary. Like, just people that live their life in trying to be somebody else. That's why this video is for people like that, so I can teach you how to do it, instead of, you know, going to, I don't mean to just be, you know, direct, but like NBA Youngboy. Like, I don't know how people listen to him and look up to him and, you know, think he's such a good role model, because he's not. You know, we need more people that are gonna make a positive outcome on the world, and allow people to be themselves. That's not letting them be themselves. And I don't mean to rant about that, but it's just very important to me, because I feel like a lot of people look up to NBA Youngboy, and that's part of surrounding. Like, you gotta watch who you surround yourself with and who you listen to and how you do things on the daily basis. So if you really want to learn more about yourself, I personally suggest to meditate. That's what I've done. I've done a lot of meditation in the past few months, especially by myself. Like, that's the best feeling, because you don't have nobody telling you your opinion. Like, you don't have that thoughts in your head, like, what do they think of me when I'm doing this, or, you know. So I battle that still. It's hard, because I can meditate in the public, but it's still like in the back of my mind, because that's something I'm dealing with as a human. And you're dealing with it too. I know you are. I know you are, because it's human, you know. And that's part of being able to train yourself positive thoughts and be yourself, because a lot of times you can't. So I'll go over the 3 bullet points again. I felt like these were really good bullet points. They're very accurate, especially dealing with being yourself. But the first bullet point is learn it's okay to be yourself. Second bullet point is won't love yourself anymore. The third bullet point is learn more about yourself and your surroundings. So again, guys, I just have to go over those 3 ones. Those are very important to me as a person, especially ways to be able to grow. If you're trying to grow, rise to elevate, it's very important. I just want to say shout out to my social media. I manifest everything, like I said. I think all of my accounts have reached 1,000 followers. So that right there is just, it explains to you what's going on. I'm very excited. Like, I'm so thankful for what's going on in my life, and the people I surround myself with, and me being myself every day, and not being afraid to be myself is the big one. So for real, like, thank you guys for the love and support. If you can, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go like my comments, or just something. It just means a lot if everybody just keeps supporting, because if we make this big change, then it'll change your life, it'll change your kid's life, and that's what this is for. I'm not here for no money, I'm not here for fame, I'm not here for none of that. I'm literally here to make an impact on the kids, my kid, my future son or daughter, either one. So, you know, it's just, we gotta make a bigger impact, guys, and we have to come together as one and learn how to be ourselves. So shout out to social media again. Shout out to Cream Co. I was gonna rock the merch today, but I ended up cleaning. I got to do truck. Shout out to King Kai. I accidentally spilled oil on it, or something. I'm pretty upset, but it's okay. It's okay. But shout out to Cream Co. because we were gonna. I was gonna sponsor them and stuff, or not sponsor the shirt, and show y'all what I want to, you know, be the future of clothing line for Rise to Elevate merchandise. And it's pretty nerve-wracking talking about it now, because like I've been waiting so long to find a partnership for this and to do this with somebody, and I think this one might be it. So I'm just excited, just being patient, manifesting still. I hope y'all had a good 4th of July. I personally wanted to talk about that for a minute. Just how I thought about it and why I don't I personally don't really celebrate 4th of July anymore, because I feel like after the whole women losing their rights and stuff, how's that even, that's not independence, like that's not being free and stuff, so it's just like, that's not fair. So I just don't think it's with my best interest that, you know, I could say I had the best 4th of July, because I had a lot of thinking to do, especially for where we live in the world. Like, I just can't support people. I can't support that, and you know, I don't feel free. I really don't, and that's something that I just had to say, because, like, you know, we wake up in the world and we go outside our house and we get in a car or we go on a walk and we think that's free. Like, that is normal. We should be doing that, but that's a whole nother topic, which is freedom, you know. And I'm excited to talk about it, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit, because I'm not trying to talk about anything negative, and I think I would be negative on freedom right now, because I just have so many thoughts. I want to be positive. I want to stay in this positive mindset. So again, I just wanted to ask a simple question: can you be yourself? And I just want y'all to look at me and hear me say that, because you have to think about that. Can you be yourself as a human? Can you the person watching this video right now, can you be yourself? So just ask yourself that. I ask myself that every day, and my answer is yes. So I'm always going to be true to myself and my values of life, and I'm making sure that even my wife, my beautiful girl, well, I should say woman, is even on the same page as me, because she's taught me how to be myself more than anybody. So it's wild. Thank you, Andrew. I love you for that. I love every single one of you. I can't imagine doing this without y'all. My cat needs me, so I kind of gotta go. I remember, stay true to yourself. Never let anybody tell you your values of life. Remember to be yourself. And I love every single one of you. Hashtag Rise to Elevate. Peace, guys.
I'm vibing just to find the time to rhyme. My mind can chime.